fan of meat. I am. Is your agency using WordPress to build websites? That's like carving a chicken with a handsaw, drying your hair with a leaf blower, or using a baseball bat to kill a housefly.
How you guys doing?
They get the job done, but they're awful to work with.
Is everyone here?
Kind of like WordPress.
I'll let everyone else stop.
Instead, work with Dude.
Alright.
A website platform that's designed to help agencies build websites at scale. So stop working with the
amazing
wrong tools
podcast.
and say goodbye WordPress
Today
and
we're
hello
joined by
Duda
some
today.
different and special guests. We have my friend Panzer here with me today. How you doing, Panzer?
Doing good.
You're doing
Tired.
good. Tired.
So, you have
And
whole
also
idea.
joining us, we
Maybe you don't
have
know what to
the
do with it.
fiery Flamingo.
First things first, you need a website. Putting your idea online is the easiest way to get the ball rolling.
To be fair, I'm actually
The way to build a better website in under an hour is with GoDaddy. With our website builder,
feel like
all you do is
feel
click on
like
your
if I
idea,
fought
and it will
my
pop up
hands
with
with my
unlimited design tailored to your industry.
yeah,
You just pick one and go. Add in your
We were
text
going to
and
do
some
some
pics, and
Western
you're done.
music here
Boom.
today, but
Publish.
it's just way
See?
too loud.
That's
Wasn't
pretty
expecting
easy.
to be that loud.
You don't need any
So we're going to
crazy
switch it up
tech
and do a
skills
little bit
or
different
degree
music
in
here.
science.
Hope you guys
You
still
just need
enjoy
a
it.
computer or a tablet or a phone.
Anyways,
because you can build and edit your site
So,
with pretty much anything. And
since
once
we
your
have you
site
all
is
here,
up, it
Madman
has
is
built-in
also here,
features
but
to
you may
help
have
people
noticed
find
his
it on
name
Google
isn't on the
and sites like
podcast.
Facebook and
That's
more.
because he'll only
Because
be
that's
with us
kind of
for
the
a
point of your
short
site, right?
time.
To tell people about your sweet new idea. And
Hey,
the best
man,
part
I gotta
is,
say, it's a
you
bit
can
of a
start
bummer,
all of this
but-
for free. So we're pretty much done here, right? Because you need
I don't
to
know.
start building your website.
Family Matters,
Start
by
for
the
free
way.
at
Well,
GoDaddy.com.
just include the reason, Family Matters. I'll probably be back for the next one. If not, trust me, I'll be here eventually. I'll be
Yeah,
here
so
eventually.
once again, yeah, so how are you guys all doing today? Is everyone having a good day so far?
Aye.
You guys?
Some.
I like it. It's pretty
I'm
good.
glad to hear it. Some of us here from America, all of us here from America, except one of us from Australia. We're having a bit of a time zone struggle here, but you know.
We got over it.
I love it.
Got over
Right?
it.
In the middle of the day.
I just had the weirdest thing happen. My phone blacked out and the power went out because I heard something click in the background. That was weird. Anyways, so you know, this is after being just our second episode in the podcast. Earlier today we had some good times. If anyone tuned into our Red Dead Redemption podcast, live stream. If anyone tuned into that, we had
Which
bit of
I
a-
got to be joining up to do tomorrow if everything goes well.
Yeah, well, we're gonna be streaming some more Red Dead tomorrow. Hopefully, I think that's a plan, definitely. But yeah, we had some weird
You know what?
moments in Red Dead earlier. You guys might have met Flamingo in that at the very end. Had some weird moments, right?
Drunken slapping. A lot of
Yeah,
drunken
a lot of beating, a lot of slapping, that sort of thing.
A lot of pumping piano.
That's my question.
Humping piano.
The
Yeah,
piano
that-
gave
that's-
consent.
But did it really? Or was it the fact that you couldn't understand it?
Listen,
Tell
I
me
had
that.
to use my 11th finger to play that extra note.
You have 11 fingers? Wait a minute.
Finger. Are you
Now,
a mutation?
We discussed.
Or a mutant, rather.
We discussed earlier that the pinky and the thumb thing. You want to tell them about that?
Pinky and thumb? Wait a minute. Is the thumb with the pinky or the thumb?
The pinky with the thumb.
Then you
Okay, when you go in with when you come out with a thumb. It is back through.
the pinky came out with a thumb?
You went in with your pinky and came out with your thumb.
Hell.
Still don't understand that.
I still don't understand that joke or what that means in any shape, way, or fashion, or form, or what that means. But anyway. let's continue forward.
Red Eye?
So today we're gonna go ahead and get started with today's topics in the podcast. We have a big variety of random stuff. I don't know if you guys are watching this podcast afterwards or during. You guys let us know. We don't expect a lot of people to watch live at the moment, but we're gonna go ahead and do a poll. I mean, anyone's here, you can participate. If not, doesn't matter. But so guys, what is your guys' favorite food?
Easy sushi.
Easy pizza.
Pizza.
How dare you?
Flamingo.
Be a little more.
What's your favorite food?
I love it.
Being
Spicy
adventurous is
balls.
what got me an arrow to the knee.
An arrow? What? That's not a food.
Being adventurous is what made me take an arrow to the knee.
I thought it was a
Well, wait, did you say a spicy
take an
bowl
arrow
of
to the
noodles? Did you say a spicy bowl of noodles? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I love a spicy bowl of noodles.
That's interesting. I favor, pizza's a good one. Lasagna, that's good. And Garfield's. Yeah.
Pizza's easier just
Man, I love it.
while playing the
Just
video.
get a spoon, smack lasagna, it makes the best noise.
Sean, I require lasagna.
I require lasagna. Just sustain the line.
It's a joke. I don't know if you've heard it, but it's super deep. Boys Garfield, it's really bad. But
Oh, so
it's
it's
creepy.
basically.
It's creepy. Anyways, but yeah, if you guys have any favorite foods you want to let us know in chat down below. But so, I mean, we all have a variety of foods that we like. But some of us are very, very sensitive to certain things. Like spices. Some of us can handle it. Some of us cry like babies and are made fun of, and that's why we have bullies. But I mean, sometimes you just who here likes spicy food?
Honestly,
Obviously.
I love
I
spicy
do on
food.
occasion.
Well, you can't all talk at once. Who likes spicy food?
me first. I like spicy. It's the best.
You like
especially
a lot of
with
weird
garlic
stuff,
and
but,
butter.
I definitely don't agree with it.
Oh well, I don't agree with it.
What?
More cringiness where that
topic
came
again?
from. Anyways, moving on.
This is why we take your name off the podcast. What are you doing?
You're the one
I'm
that said you were
kidding.
leaving.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway.
That's
Anyways, and you're saying stuff you shouldn't say.
oh. So what? I can't have my freedom of speech now.
We're back to this. And that's sneaky thief music. Okay. No.
Sneaky.
Music. All right, guys.
Yeah, be the sneaky.
So,
All right.
surely there's a lot more to this.
All right. So about the food, that we all like our different varieties of food. There's a lot of food around.
Spicy.
There's lots of foods that are located. You got your local food, but you guys across the world, there's some weird stuff, and I'm sure. Some people like subscribers. Some people don't. Some people are adventurous, like taking arrows to the knee. And some people are just straight up weird. I mean, but that's what we're here to talk about. We're still covering some of the most interesting and exotic foods that are located across the country, not just this country, but the world. So, anyways, let's just get right on into that. Does anyone want to
can I
start
just
us off
say something for a second?
Yeah, what is it?
So it's obvious what the most exotic food in the world is. Exotic butters. And I mean like an assortment of exotic butters.
The week is almost the end of our 7-day shift.
I mean, are you talking like butter you get from Bulls exotic butter or?
Okay, only true gamers know that the 7-day shift is not butter is the true
Exactly. Hey, you can mix it with your popcorn.
Anyways, does anyone have anything to talk about? Because I know I'm doing a lot of talking. Anyone have anything you want to share about exotic foods and the top foods that we have in our list that we want to share?
I do have a real suggestion to add on here, other than the exotic butters. So there's a food I've never had. I mean, you can imagine if it's something I had never had, probably never will, for the most part. Has anybody ever heard of a Korean food known as kimchi? Kimchi.
Yes, that's spiced cabbage, like it's pickled cabbage with spices and stuff. It's quite nice.
Oh,
That's actually, I think
really? It's not good?
I think that's quite common, isn't it? It's a lot more common. It's never heard of kimchi.
I guess I'm very.
I think they have that in a lot of like restaurants. Some of them have that. So I mean, that is some like
Yes, man, we
an
get
exotic.
boring.
I was gonna go something along the lines of what I was gonna go
Does anyone have
my band.
anyone want to present? Yeah.
So, watching the cooking channel the other day, and anywhere dude, roasted testicles.
What?
Roasted testicles.
Okay.
Yeah, roasted testicles.
I guess he's gay for that cruise.
Okay.
It's pretty wild. I'd never even heard of the thing.
That's
So I looked into it. Anyway, it led me into like Rocky Mountain oysters.
not
So Rocky Mountain oysters, a Canadian dish is what I looked up into. I might be wrong here, but it's like testicles served up. What stuff?
Okay, what about having wool?
But as I said, our proposed list of items. What you paying? What you paying? You find anything interesting on our list? Find anything interesting on our list? No.
Right. Alright, here I'll say the answer. A fried tarantula back in Bamboo.
But what I meant was like giving them
Yeah, actually, let's talk about
What's funny is we used to that's how we sell zebra.
So what now?
See a place out here in the States that actually sells zebra meat on their buffet.
Zebra meat on a buffet.
Yeah.
And is that
Of course, I didn't try it, no, but my brother had it once and said that it tasted like chicken.
Does it make him run anywhere?
Nothing I know of.
that's So,
continuing.
I'm getting it all from our list.
Actually, I do have one thing on this. Actually, I do have one thing. The fertilized egg boiled and so it has like a baby chicken inside of it.
Fertilized egg? What's it called?
Yeah.
Oh, the
The list stuff kicked me.
Is it called balut?
I've actually seen somebody try and eat one. It's wild. They threw up.
Is this called a balut?
YouTube Music,
Yeah,
Is that what you're
the
thinking
new
of?
music
The
streaming app
Philippines?
made by YouTube,
Yeah,
where you can
that
watch
thing
official
looks
music
actually
videos
really interesting.
and listen to
We
official
presented a list
audio
here,
from your
we'll
favorite
show you
artists.
guys, obviously,
It's an app
music.
built for listening.
But
Listen in the
yeah, there
background
is this
and save
very
your music to play on the go, all without ads.
egg thing.
Get playlists for
shell
every
that
vibe, from
is-
today's hottest hits
I don't know.
to feel-good
isn't-
favorites.
It's
all
what did you say it was
here.
again? That there's
Download
a
the YouTube Music app
fertilized-
today
It's
and get a
so
trial
what
of
it is,
Music Premium
it's a
on us.
fertilized egg.
Restrictions apply.
So it's been fertilized. So like the baby has been produced inside the egg, and the chicken has started to grow inside the egg, and then they boil it and preserve it. So it's just boiled baby chicken inside the egg white, and preserved, and you eat that. And it's pretty gross because the person described it as they could feel the big crunch in their mouth, and then that's what made them throw up. Wild stuff. Like, I don't know how much experience you guys have with that kind of thing.
Serious question, Flamingo. Have you ever had kangaroo?
I have. It's quite tough. And it's hard to get without parasites in it.
That's strange.
Yeah. I mean, there's
Parasites.
some wild stuff out there.
I mean, you did talk about the way kangaroos punch you over
They don't punch you, they kick you.
there. Oh,
No, a man
you punch,
punched a
they kick.
kangaroo to save his dog. That's a whole different story.
kangaroos still dogs?
No, they don't try to steal dogs. It's like I said, it's a whole different kettle of fish, man.
The way you say that, I just picture a kangaroo kidnapping a dog.
No,
Oh,
the baby stole my bingo, and that's another thing.
what? Anyways, onward with the discussion though. One thing that is here, speaking of all these weird and exotic animals, some of these are actually quite pricey, which is weird because you think, why would you want to pay for an exotic food that you don't want to try anyways? But not just that, why would you want to pay like $100 for a bowl of stew? I mean, think about it.
Because you
Why
don't
is
want
it-
money in
I mean, but it's some people consider these delicacies. Then why is that? I don't know.
Actually, are you talking about like the stinky tofu?
The what?
Sticky tofu.
Not
The,
aware.
the fermented tofu that really stinks.
Never heard of that.
I don't know what the proper name is. I just know it's sticky tofu.
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
not
talking
sure.
about the fish that's for like years and years and years and years?
I'm just talking about like a lot of exotic things cost money. Like, for example, cat.
I know both of those cost, depending on where you get it, they're very expensive.
Well, some other things that we have to talk about here are, for example, one thing that apparently exists that you guys may not know about is snake wine, located in Vietnam. And there's is a wine processed by fermenting a dead cobra or scorpion in a bottle filled with rice wine liquor or grain liquor. And this causes the venom to be deactivated by the ethanol.
You can't see it right now, but I'm just shaking my head the entire time you're talking. That's just.
I mean,
I don't like snakes.
And get this, the price range on this is $100.
No.
And actually, which is interesting fact about this wine, importation of this wine is illegal in many countries because cobras are an endangered species list. So most of the wines you have to buy online. I mean, it's a good thing to stay at me and experience it. I mean, why would you try snake wine? I mean, it kind of has a. I mean, I don't know. With the venom,
I suppose it's the same as like having like scorpions in your tequila, maybe.
It's all like the sake over in Japan. That's made out of venom from snakes and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just a very exotic sounding thing. Anyways, but also there's some other interesting things on here, and I'd like to get you guys' reaction to this. But apparently, here in the U.S., we have something that I didn't know was very common here, but apparently it's a thing. But fried brain sandwiches. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't go to my local diner and ask for a fried brain sandwich. I mean, you just head down to the, to the fast food restaurant. Hey, can I get a fried brain sandwich? And,
I mean, wild statement. Like, does it make you smarter when you...
I don't know, but like the picture that I'm looking at...
That's a one-way ticket to a mental asylum.
I mean, the picture I'm looking at here just disturbs me. I feel like I want to vomit. Like, it looks like vomit on a bun. It
looks like something Hector Lannibal would eat.
I'm not exactly sure what this is, and I'm sure... I don't know what I'm looking at. I mean, it's a very large brain, smushed down. So, like, it has to be a thing. Honestly, it's bigger than a human brain. So, like, or almost the size of it. So technically, would you not be eating a human's brain? While you're eating that, do you not think, whose brain is this? So, I don't know, like, what kind of brains these are specifically, but that would bother me.
Especially because I did bring this up about eating and getting smarter, but there are certain chemicals in the brain that, depending on what kind of brain it is, don't mesh well with yours, and they can actually make you sick and give you mental illnesses.
If you eat the brain.
What they are.
Of another
if you eat the brain, yes.
That's strange. But yeah, this
has been proven by like cannibalism in tribes and stuff. It's wild.
Well, okay, actually, these are cow brains that you're looking at. So cow brains are huge, man. But so originally, these are located in places like St. Louis, Missouri, and they're most commonly found in Ohio River Valley.
I mean, I can't speak to the mental health people there, so
I mean, if you guys head out there or get Missouri, you can try these things. I don't know. They're battered and the same as hamburger bun and smothered in sauce. I would rather eat a hamburger. I don't know about you. I don't want the brain of the cow. I'd rather have the meat, not the brain. That would bother me.
Yeah, I don't think I can do it.
There's some other things on our list here. Some exotic foods. I mean, like you said, there's the fertilized egg, which is interesting. But I mean, there's other things like fried tarantulas, which isn't that exotic. I mean, it's not stuff like bugs all the time. Specifically tarantulas. These pretty common. You know, and some other things among that, like stuffed camel. Now, I've never
That's one that I was looking at. That is wow.
So I don't know how. This is in Dubai that people do this, but I don't know how you stuff a camel. But I guess it's like if it's like
Here
a
you are,
turkey,
sipping tea, listening to great
I
music.
guess it's a lot
Just
like
taking
a
a break from all
Oh
the
God, man,
busyness.
you don't want to go from the rear
You
end.
deserve this.
Up the camel.
But wait a minute.
So,
Is this an ad interrupting
it
your
says
me time?
so
Yes?
It's in
it
the
is.
in the Persian
Upgrade
Gulf.
to
A
YouTube
common
Music
wedding
Premium
dish
on
is
your
a
app or
stuffed camel.
online
So
for
could you
ad-free
imagine someone's
music.
like, okay,
That
here's your
means
wedding
more
ring.
of this.
They just
And
roll in a camel on a
absolutely
tray.
no more of me.
That-
Sorry for the whole interrupting your peace thing.
I mean,
Get a
I gotta
1-month
see
trial on
that.
us.
I want to
Terms
be
and
at
conditions
someone's
apply.
wedding, see a camel roll in there.
You'd have to be
I'm
like
still
Princely
guessing it's a
Fabulous
lot like a
Alibaba.
turducken.
Turducken.
The
That's a bird and a bird on a bird,
duck.
man.
Turducken is a chicken shoved inside a duck, shoved inside a turkey.
Well then,
All the stuffing shoved inside the chicken.
that is the creativity of the
Turducken.
human mind. But this says that it is made by first packing chicken and lamb with rice and eggs, and stuffing it into a washed and skinned camel. The creation is then boiled using charcoal pit and it's topped with nuts. And for these weddings, as many as 20 chickens are used in addition to 60 eggs, 5 pounds of pepper, a whole camel, and a whole lamb. And the dish typically serves around 90 people. So that
Those of us who are out of the country, is that pepper like the grains, or is that pepper like
I actually don't know here. It doesn't actually specify.
chilies?
I'm assuming. I don't know because if they're stuffing it, I'm assuming it's actual peppers, but I'm not sure. It may actually be green. I'm not sure. But I mean, think about that. Like 60 eggs and 20 chickens shoved in that camel. 20 chickens.
Man, I could spend at least half hour throwing eggs into that sucker.
I mean, but the 20 chickens is what's supposed to be. I mean, it's just. We're going to talk about exotic foods. Well, there you go, my friends.
There's an exotic coffee
Wait, there's exotic
Yeah,
coffee.
it's
from
cat poo
Indonesia.
coffee. Have you not had that one before?
No, I'm stuck with my American coffee. The true capitalism.
Oh yeah, we haven't discussed this yet, but yeah, it's called Poki Luwak or something. Also known as Quebec coffee. It's the most expensive coffee in the world, bringing at $75 per quarter pound. It's made on the islands of Sumatra, Java, and something I don't know.
It's made on a
And it-
animal food because it's all Seattle air. So,
That's expensive
drinking
coffee.
animal food.
That's expensive.
I mean, I can dissolve into the beans without separating the seeds. How much do you want to pay me?
Yeah, but it says the most special thing about this is the processing side. A tree dwelling animal. The common palm bed is the outer layer of the coffee tree, but it does not digest the intermediate. Thus, the droppings of the animal, I guess, contains intact beans mixed with digestive enzymes, which the locals collect and sell to vendors.
You're drinking animal poop.
Why is it so expensive?
That's really the sense of shilling shit.
I mean, yeah, but like,
Literally.
why would you sell this? I mean, why is it so expensive?
Because you can.
But why is it $75? I mean, that is.
You had a rare animal food coffee. Would you let it go?
I honestly don't know, to be honest with you.
Thank you, Greg.
It's true. But anyways, we all know there's a lot of things out there, and there's much more to talk about. There's probably one of the things you guys have heard from the areas you've lived in. You guys might have some weird things there, but trust me, there's always something weird. That's what I like to say. Don't say something weird until you've seen something more weird. Because there's always a lot. Yeah, but there's always something weird. It only gets weirder.
Indubitably.
It always gets weirder.
Sorry, I picked up a legendary shield that's 0 everything, and the text says it takes more than that to kill a bull moose.
So he's playing a game while doing a podcast. Not a good decision, but okay.
Well, multitasking. I have something to keep me
No.
occupied for a couple hours while I talk to you idiots.
Oh, yeah, that's so nice. You know,
I
we're
see how it is.
Chatting. You know, we got our notes pulled up. We're all ready for this, but you're over here. Okay, yeah.
And
Well,
I'm
No,
supposed
I'm
to be
also
the
have my
guest.
notes pulled up.
Anyways, so moving on, it was great talking about some exotic foods here with you guys, but so many weird things out there and so many weird things to discuss. But moving forward, as of recent, we have something new to talk about. There's actually something that's been recently announced, and not sure if you guys can relate to this in any way, or if you guys can relate to it through being a member of it or anything, but we're going to be talking about Epic Games. Now, any of you guys use Epic Games? Like anyone here use PC or have a PC or do any of that stuff? You'll know what Epic Games is, but any of you guys do that? Or are you guys strictly Xbox?
I know of it, but I'm mainly strictly Xbox. I don't have a PC to game on yet.
I have a PC, but I have recently converted it for other purposes other than gaming, but I used to use gaming. So I used to use Steam.
Yeah. Now, I myself have used Epic Games on PC, just, you know, free games here and there. I mean, it's just a thing I have downloaded on PC, but I don't really buy games from it because I just don't really buy PC games. I get most of my games through Xbox. So I haven't really experienced, you know, if there's any issues or how Epic Games transactions work or any of that sort of thing. But, you know, I've used it.
They give more money to the... it's actually cheaper to buy games off of Epic because instead of taking the 15 additional that Steam takes, Epic Games only takes 5% off game sales.
Wow.
So, it's cheaper to buy games off of Epic. than
But
it
I
is
also
Steam.
heard, isn't that they only do that to companies that use the, what is it called? Is it Unreal Engine? Whatever that they have?
No,
Yeah,
it's no
it's
matter
on
what.
Steam.
No matter what game's on Steam, they still take 15%.
Because
No, he's
isn't
talking about
the
Epic.
new Borderlands made on the same engine?
He's
Yeah.
talking about with Epic. He's saying Epic only gives that discount to people who use Unreal.
Use their game engine. So like companies
I don't
got
exactly
deals
know, but
with their game engine or something. Like it's free, so you can get your game onto their server, and they'll give you good money for it as long as you're using their what's it called?
Unreal
I
Engine.
just said it before. Now it's
Yeah,
too-
their engine.
the game engine. I don't know if it's Unreal Engine. I might
It
be
is
wrong.
Unreal Engine. It's Unreal Engine. But
Okay, so
I don't,
yeah.
I don't
So
know
you can
specifically
use
how it
Unreal
works, but-
Engine for free if you are like committed to being just on their like
Well, anyone can
Epic
use Unreal
Game
Engine.
Store.
Free.
Yeah, anyone can do it, but no, you can only do it for free if you want to be on the Epic Game Store. I think they
You
changed
know?
the policies
You-
and stuff.
You can use
They
Unreal
might have,
Engine.
but
and
I'm still pretty sure you can use.
Well,
Unreal
most people I
Engine
know
for
who
free.
use it that aren't have to pay.
you have to pay for certain things. It depends on what you're doing. and an engine. But like anyone
Yeah.
can just use an engine. Those are free engines to use. Now, to my knowledge, I didn't know if there's a lot of different Unreal engines, but
To be fair, I'm dumb, so
but that's not what we're going to talk about with Epic Games. But Epic Games is actually making a big move recently. It's going to maybe hit them against Steam yet again. So, as of recent, Epic Games has announced they're finally adding the ability to have achievements in their store. So, like, on Steam, when you download the game, you can actually get achievements that Steam has put into the game. Well, Epic Games hasn't had this feature since release. Currently, they've now announced this is coming. So, one of my favorite things to do in games is definitely achievements. I like to achievement hunt. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoy getting achievements.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing in Borderlands, is running around trying to get all the achievements.
yeah, I too am currently to get 100% on a couple of games that I'm playing. Kingdom Hearts is wrecking me. It's driving me insane.
Yeah. Those achievements, they're always have those challenging ones, or the secret ones that you don't know about. But it's always a challenge. It's great to have a challenge, but sometimes it can be annoying and almost impossible. But, that's what makes it fun, and that's why it's a nice feature, and I'm glad Epic is finally adding it. It's good.
I'm glad Epic's adding that feature, and it feels like it's great to finally have Steam have a competitor instead of letting them just sit up on their high horse doing nothing.
Yes,
in my
Steam
opinion.
has been
Well-
down for a long time.
What I'd like to know is if they're gonna implement something like, for instance, Xbox, where if you get enough gamer score from achievements and playing games and stuff, that you can actually get some kind of physical reward for it when you're like a gift card or something like that. That'd be very interesting if they do something like that as well.
Yeah, but that might have been lost. If everyone could get free.
Did you think they're not making any money?
Yeah, but if everyone had access to that, it could just make. I don't know. I see what you're saying, but they could always do it in the Microsoft reward system.
That's what I mean. How you get so points, then you'll start getting rewards for it. And also on Xbox, it does expire after so long, so it's not like you have them permanently.
Well, if
Wait.
they truly thought about it, they could probably team up with Microsoft and have the gamer score carry over.
From Xbox?
Have all your gamer score completely totaled up, all in one place, no matter what console you're playing on, whether it be PC or Xbox. So that way people who swap from PC to Xbox a lot don't have to worry about.
Microsoft already does that though, through their Xbox app. If you're playing
Yeah,
Xbox,
that's why you
on
can get
PC,
the, what is it, like $1 extra in the Games Pass thing. You can get access to all your games on your PC now.
Yeah, if you have PC games that are Xbox games, for example, like Sea of Thieves, if you unlock achievement in Sea of Thieves on PC, it will carry to the console. So I don't see that they would partner with Epic, because Epic doesn't have, I don't know, it's just, I see what you're saying, but why would Epic partner with PlayStation? You know what I mean? I don't think they would go that route. Epic does their own thing.
Interested to see where they go with it, because if they go somewhere really, really good, I'd be very, very interested to see what happens.
Yeah.
At the moment, I feel like it's just kind of just sort of lukewarm stuff. It's nothing too spicy. The achievements is very interesting because I'd like to know how they're gonna incentivize it really. Back in the day, it was just there was nothing else to do other than to get achievements, but now there's more stuff to do. And so, like, different things have to incentivize, like, okay, if you get like 1,000 gamer score, you'll get like 10 points or something, whatever, and that can get like a gift card for something, you know?
I guess. Or they could always, implement some... They could implement some system like that. I think that would be nice, but we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, since Epic Games the store was announced back in 2018 at the Game Awards, it honestly doesn't even feel like that long ago. I remember when it was announced that Epic Games would be having their own store, and it honestly just feels like, a few months ago. But it is surprising, when you really think about it, it's been that long, since 2018, which is like, wow. But I can't remember exactly when it actually launched. But, with Fortnite booming and the Fortnite craze at that time, Epic was making a lot of profit. So they could really... That's honestly why they launched their store, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we can all agree. They had a lot of money. But now with the sort of fall of Fortnite, I'm not sure exactly what we would see with the Epic Store. I hope it doesn't, fluctuate and condense itself back down into, higher prices and that sort of thing, since Fortnite's not as big as it used to be.
Yeah.
Well, funny enough, I also try to keep up with like what's happening with Fortnite, and I feel like the new season is a bit rushed, and I feel like they're gonna have a bit of fluctuation for the next season, just from looking at what this season is.
In my opinion, I think Fortnite Fortnite is nothing like it used to be when it began. Fortnite was a solid, interesting game when it began, but then they quickly made it weird.
Well,
and
to be fair, I'm one of
taste.
the poor suckers who bought the game when it was a multiplayer survival game.
Save the world.
Save the world.
Save the world. I'm one of them poor suckers.
Well, Save the World's different, and it still exists, but I will admit Save the World is...
It still exists, and it's still pretty good.
Save the World is a better variant of Fortnite, and honestly, I think if they would have solidly...
They used all the money that they got from that to make a battle royale.
Honestly, I don't even know where they got the idea.
They could have done something more creative. It's still good. Like, I love Team Rumble. That's good. But
well, my thing to
you can
be
hate
honest
me if
with
you want to.
No, my thing to be honest is, I don't know where they get the idea, because they were in the middle of producing Save the World and just made a battle royale randomly. Where did they get the idea? I'm not sure. But imagine if they had never done that, and that craze had never started, and it would have continued to just simply be Save the World. The Fortnite Minecraft game that we thought was coming with zombies would have been a lot more interesting.
I mean, they still haven't fixed my loading screen. It still says beta test when I'm loading into the game. No, even when I play online.
I'll be right back real quick. I gotta go do something real quick.
Although, did you buy it? The Save the World? The only people who don't have that are people who didn't buy Save the World. My friend doesn't have it. Are you? So it's never left beta.
I had to do.
It's the goose that lays the golden egg. Wow.
Well, I mean,
feel like
Xbox has their
it sucks.
exclusives, PlayStation has their exclusives. So, I mean, with PC, it does suck, but at the same time, I kind of get where they're coming from.
Absolutely not.
No,
there's
it's
no
completely
reason
uncalled
someone should go absolutely bonkers for that. Like, I can, from a like monetary point of like things, like, why wouldn't you just put it on everything? Because it's like there's like you sell so many million copies on PlayStation. Do you know how many million more copies you'd sell on Xbox and then like on PC? Like, why have exclusives? Like, it doesn't seem like monetarily worth the time. Like, PlayStation must have a shit ton of money to have exclusives for not to compete. Like, for someone to go, no, I'm not going to put this on Xbox and PC. I guess. It's crazy, like, it's just, there's money in it. Like, you could get 3 times more money if you put it on everything. I don't know how it works, but it just, the math doesn't work out. I suppose.
You're gonna take that opportunity.
Or you can just
Yeah.
say, alright, we're launching it on this, and then it gets really popular, and then launch it on everything else.
Because, I mean, there was a whole uproar with Borderlands 3 on how it was going to be an Epic Games exclusive. But earlier this year, like back in January, they brought it to Steam. So. Yeah. They just want to start another version. They just want to start another version of the console wars. They realize
Well,
that
isn't there
PlayStation
like a
versus
prep?
Xbox is dying
What's
down.
what's the other one? Like, Ubisoft? Don't they have their own, thing as well? And EA as well? Yeah, I thought they have their own, like, EA and Ubisoft. I thought they also had their own, like, launch thing, and, like, so you, like, for instance, even if you buy it in Steam, it'll open up their thing, and then that's where it launches from. So it's like, you know. So technically, you're opening Steam, and Steam opens something else up, and that's how you play the game. But isn't that like the same as like the Epic Game Store? I know, but like, even if you buy an Epic Game Store game, doesn't it just take you from Steam straight to the Epic Game thing, then open it from there? It's like I thought. Isn't that the way it works? So it's like it won't launch in Steam. What it'll do is it'll take you to the Epic Games launch thing and then launch from there. Isn't that the way that works? Yeah, no, but how do I explain it? Do you know what I mean? Like some things launch in different. So that's one thing that takes you to something else, and that's another thing that takes you to something else. It just seems so wild that it's like why would they? If they were competing with them, why would the games still be in the store that they're competing with? Like. I understand monetarily, but like if they're trying to be like exclusive, why?
Yeah, we probably could, but who knows? People have their own opinions. Stuff like that happens.
I mean, you're just talking to a simple plumber.
It's still going on our end. You just pause the music. And I do believe the only two people watching is me and Flamingo.
Arby's new market.
Actually, I only just joined again.
They're trying. It is. They're trying to start a whole new console wars. It's idiotic, but I can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to start their own PC version of console wars.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Fox is in the stream. Just want to give a shout out to him real quick. Welcome to the stream, Fox. Yeah. So it's just one of those things that I don't understand why they're doing that, and it is honestly sad. Cue the sad music here, but it is sad that we have to experience this sort of thing. I don't understand why they're having it go this way. You know, it's real a shame, but we'll see. Hopefully they bring that all to an end. But anyways, guys, just to say something real quick here, we're going to be going ahead, and there's a lot more coming to this podcast. We have a good bit of time left, about 45 minutes to about 50 minutes left, I say. But we're going to be taking a short pause here for us to catch ourselves and take a little quick break. This is our intermission, and we'll be finishing this up with a discussion on some of our favorite movies. So if you guys want to stay tuned, we'll be asking about some of you guys' favorite movies, and we'll be talking about ours. So once again, all you guys, if you want to take a break, grab some water or something, we'll be back in just a short 15 minutes. All right, stay tuned.
Disgusting.
Flush toilet paper. I mean, I did.
We are out of intermission and we are back. How is everyone doing? It's time to come back.
That was
and
gravy.
continue our podcast. I just had me some food. That's why I was gone. So, I see you guys were just having a little discussion while I was gone.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we were like actually in the intermission or anything, so I just asked.
Oh, no, I was talking about YouTube. I was talking about toilet paper or something weird. I don't know. I heard toilet paper. I don't know.
We were talking about his day job.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry.
Anyways. So, here we go. Diving right back on into it, we're going to be discussing movies. Everyone's favorite thing when they're lazy is, I guess movies, right? Who knows? So
Yeah,
what
when you don't
do
feel like
guys'
putting in a game.
Yeah, what is your guys' favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie
Panzer,
of
you
all
go first.
time?
I've got a big story behind mine, so.
It has to be Cars 1, because I grew up watching that movie, and that's what really into the spotlight of wanting to build and customize cars.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
I myself, personally, I love... I mean, Cars was a good movie, but, I honestly... I don't know what I would say would be my favorite movie of all time. I was really into the Percy Jackson movies a long time ago. Those things were good. I don't know if you know. But I don't know what really would be my favorite of all time. There's so many different movies out there that are just good.
It's true, and that's kind of what leads into like my
Oh, and
story
guys in
about my
chat, you can
favorite
also let us know what your favorite movies are too. If you want to comment in chat, let us know what your favorite movies are as well. Anyways, go ahead.
And so, I grew up like watching stuff that my grandparents used to watch. So I used to watch a lot of black and white movies, like really, really old stuff. I used to watch the Marx Brothers, the Three Stooges, just what are they called? Costello, and all them really old style movies. And so I was sort of brought up on really classical movies, and so I kind of like have a bit of an eye for that kind of thing. But I really like modern style stuff as well. And like, I think if I had to pick like in a genre, I'd pick a horror movie, and I'd pick Alien. The Ridley Scott original classic Alien is a masterpiece of like cinema. It's amazing. It's so good. I remember being a little kid and hiring that out on DVD, like, because that's all I could get at the time, because they didn't have the VHS anymore. Man, I sound old now, don't I? But yeah, I remember like getting that and watching it by myself in my room in the dark and like freaking out, and I loved every bit of it. Like the performance and everything was so beautiful. And then again, here I am being a moron, and I love stupid movies like Kung Pao Into the Fist, which is just hot garbage. It's incredible.
A hot garbage movie is Kung Fury.
Speaking
Yeah,
of...
it's a rip-off Kung Fu movie.
Of Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda.
Yes.
Actually kind of a good movie. I
was
remember
not bad.
thinking, I was thinking how weird that movie would be. Like, the noodles. I don't know. It was just weird characters and stuff, but it didn't really make sense to me. A long time ago, because I was just like, oh, animals. That's cool. And then he kicked me. But then I was like, I started actually, realizing more about the story of it. It's actually kind of an interesting movie, and it's actually one of the series.
It has a good philosophy behind.
Yeah, it's also one of the only
drives it.
actual movie series that steadily is good. Like most sequels to movies get worse and worse and worse, but 1, 2, and 3 of that series are all pretty good. I mean, they're just basic. It doesn't really drop off. It's decent, which is rare nowadays.
Yeah. Really rare.
Something you don't get to see a lot there. Yeah, but more
Sorry.
More on what I would call my favorite movie of all time. I'm not, like we were talking about horror genre. That sort of thing. I didn't really watch a lot of horror movies. Kind of like. I mean, I like horror games, but I don't really do horror. That's. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense, but I don't know. Something I think Star Wars. I really like Star Wars, so I don't know if you. Who here is a big Star Wars fan?
I mean,
I
I've
like
dabbled in
Star Wars, but
Star
it was one of those that I liked watching it, but it was one of those you watch it once, you've pretty much done. It's not one of those that you can constantly rewatch unless you're fully in love with the series.
I'm almost dynamically opposed to that because I absolutely adore the first 3 movies. And when I say the first 3, I mean A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. I love them movies to bits. It will always be Star Wars for me.
So you enjoy Star Wars?
My uncle showed me when I was a young boy, and that's what I know Star Wars is. He's like, this is the best movie you're ever gonna see. So I watched it and it was. I loved it.
Yeah, to me, Star Wars is one of my preferred series. But I don't know. Once again, I still can't pinpoint an exact movie that I would say, oh, this is my favorite movie. This is what I like. I'm more of specific genre or something. Action is fun.
Absolutely.
Sci-fi, drama. I don't know. Mystery.
The next closest I'd go, other than Star Wars for sci-fi, is Avengers Endgame. That was an epic thing. That was wild.
I guess so.
Wait, no. Which one was
Or
it? Which one was
Deadpool.
the Infinity War? Infinity War was the one. Just because there was nothing like that, where the good guys lost at the end of the movie.
Yeah, it's but that kind of sucks though, because you don't want to lose.
I know, but it was just such a strange thing.
Well, it's different because sometimes it's different because normally I'm used to games. Sometimes in a game you play the bad guy and you win, which is always fun.
Yeah.
But whereas you're watching it, you don't really have a choice. You're not playing anyone. You're just you're just third person. You're not really anyone in the thing, so you don't really get to take control of someone. So you don't really have a side. So it's kind of, I understand it's different. Would be interesting though if they had a movie that was in first person.
Hardcore Henry. It's a full POV movie. You're completely in first person.
I'm glad you brought that up. So good. I'm glad someone brought it.
It's a little all over the place, but it's funny.
I mean, but I mean further than that. Obviously, even first person, you're still not that person. You know what I mean?
Well, that's also, then you've got to try and determine what separates an interactive movie from a video game.
Well, speaking of which, interactive movies are actually kind of popular. I mean, they're on Xbox. You can play them. You know, make different decisions. It's actually a movie. And
Yeah,
they
I've seen them, but
like
but,
Telltale games.
where does it?
Well,
Where
not
does the
Telltale
line
games.
get drawn? Though?
Like they're actual films that they've recorded multiple options, and you choose what the actors do, which is cool because it's a movie, but you actually get to control the movie. Which where you say, do you say that's a game or is that still a movie? But I kind of like that style of movie because it allows you to say, oh, let me control the movie. Let me say, oh, what do I want my character to do? Let me be this guy. Let me be him. Let me say what he's going to do. Like, is he going to do this or this? And it really adds flavor,
again,
spice.
How do you translate that to, like, a cinema?
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's why it has to be played on console. I mean, but there is some. There's a thing that people have been saying. There's like some cinemas that have like control pads where you can input what you want to do, and the audience votes on what they want to happen.
I know that there was. I can't remember. It was some horror movie. Oh, this is gonna kill me because I can't remember exactly what it was. But there was a horror movie that came out, and it had 2 different endings, and they were just random. They just sent the movie out randomly to different cinemas, and whatever you saw is what you got.
Yeah, one where the black guy lived, and the one where the black guy died first.
It was. I can't remember what movie it was. I remember. What's his name? Ending Explained. It was. He did a review on it, and he tried really hard to watch both movies, like both endings. It was crazy. Like, how would you like set up something like that? Like,
Yeah, I'm not.
I suppose it'd be easier with more like the digital media and everything.
Someone in chat, Knife Lord, shuts why? What? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Who is Knife Lord? I'm confused as
One
to
of my
the
buddies.
Yeah, he's typing letters, and I'm confused. You don't have to delete his messages, but I'm just confused as to what he is typing. It's not really English there, my friend. Why shut H? I'm so confused.
He's currently on a 10-hour trip down to Georgia. I
he's
think the
typing
room's
why
getting
shut
to him a little.
Oh, okay. Anyways,
You know, that
so we're
road
gonna talk
madness.
about some of the world's most voted best movies of 2019. So obviously there was a lot of movies that came out in 2019. We all have our personal favorites, but there's the top ones based according to sales and what the world thinks. And I'm just gonna bring up some, and if you guys have seen them before, we can just discuss sort of how you like the movie, or if you thought it was good, or any way of that. So the first one that I really want to bring up, because I'm sure some of you have seen, I've seen brief segments, I haven't seen the full thing, but that's going to be Joker.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot of great things about it.
Yeah, like just from the
I haven't
acting,
seen it, but I've heard it's okay.
Well, I heard that they chose the actor was so on point that he honestly, it makes you feel like he is really a maniac, like a psychopath. His acting was so genuine, which is, scary that he could actually pull that off.
Like I said, I've only got second hand, really. I don't know where third hand. How do you get third hand?
What? Third hand?
I suppose I
You
give
hear
you
it from-
third hand
you-
knowledge.
You hear it from one person, then one person hears it from another guy, then you hear from that person, and it's just a whole chain.
Alright, so I'm only giving you third hand knowledge. I myself have not watched the movie.
Yeah,
I heard it's okay.
I haven't watched it. I mean, I've seen some segments. It's very brutal. I mean, from the killing, it's actually kind of sad because it connects you at the start to the Joker. I mean, it connects you, making you feel bad for him because people are bullying him for his disability, and he can't really fit into society. But that sets him off.
Although that is kind of out of line with the Joker. He's a sociopath who loves himself and he thinks he's the best.
Yeah, but I really believe this movie was meant to spark the beginning and show really how it began. It was really touching though, seeing some of the different things. It's weird. It's the type of movie it was because you got to see him with his mom. Actually, I did watch a lot of the movie. I think I remember. Yeah, I watched a bit of the movie. I didn't finish it though. But his mom is sick and can't work and stuff like this, right? And he's trying to make money for his mom, but his mom doesn't know that he's actually crazy, or she knows he has a problem, but she doesn't know that he's started killing people because he let it take over. And it's really weird. I mean, it's bad though because he goes on to kill kids, which is a very dark thing. He kills teenagers, or not really teenagers,
Yeah,
but
well,
I guess
sacrifice is needed.
they're not really teenagers, but they look like teenagers in the movie because they're some subway jerks who are young, I mean, I guess you could say 17, 16 or something, that mess with him in a subway and he shoots them.
The whole reason they couldn't cast kids for that is because by film law, you're not allowed to show harm against any children.
Yeah.
Any
but
physical
it
or
was,
mental harm.
I mean, that was a brutal thing. I mean, even just if it wasn't kids, I mean, they were crawling away trying to get away from him, and he walked up and just shot him, as they're trying to get away. That was the only part of that movie that was just really? But, I guess that's just one of those things. It's just weird, when a movie has all those different, elements with who is really right. I mean,
Well, it's funny that you were talking about the mental issues. I heard quite a few tales saying it's very similar to Fight Club. So, do you guys know how Fight Club unravels?
not myself, no.
So you can't trust the narrator. So
Because technically he's breaking
I don't want to
the first
spoil it for
rule
you
of
in
Fight
case you do want to
Club.
watch it, but not everything that you're being told by the person who's telling the story is correct. You're just seeing it from their perspective, even if they are wrong.
Well, yeah, if you're comparing that to the Joker, I don't remember if the Joker was narrated or not. I think it was strictly from his perspective.
Well, the Joker, apparently the main character is the narrator of the story, and so you're seeing it from his perspective, which I've heard isn't always correct.
Could be true. Things he sees may not be exactly as they are, which is, it's one of those things you never, that really opens up a whole nother list of possibilities. Is this really what happened? Is it really? Did it really happen this way? It allows you to ask a lot more questions about, what really happened?
I mean, that's also a good thing for a movie. If people talk about it and continuously say, "Oh, well, did this happen or that thing?" That's always good. It's good promotion, because then it entices other people to want to check it out for themselves.
That's true. I support that as It's true, but you know, there's so many different types of movies these days. I mean, you got like hybrids of multiple genres, and you got always something new coming up that either is just weird, you know, you wouldn't expect it to be a movie, but for some reason it becomes popular.
Much like Deadpool.
Well, that's a movie that, you know, people would see coming.
I mean,
Not
they made a
really,
video
because-
game of it, and it was very well received
I
before
mean,
the
I'm
movie
saying,
came out.
But if you think about it, Deadpool is not family friendly nor child friendly, and
Of course not.
it's highly gruesome. So if you truly think about it, most
When
people
I
wouldn't
was
think that it would ever be a
Well,
movie.
no, but what I was saying like movies from producers that you don't like know about yet, like small time movies that you don't expect to happen, is what I'm saying. Like weird, odd genres and like stories that pop up that you never like thought of before. Sort of like imagine if Star Wars never happened and we never had the whole sci-fi genre. The first time sci-fi was introduced, well, I'm sure that was weird, right? It's like, what? Why would you have spaceships and pirates and all that sort of
Star
thing?
Wars is actually a sci-fi drama.
Yeah, but like when people like back then would think about it, like, well, you know, we know what ships are, we know what like ships in the sea are. Why are there ships in space now? You know what I mean? Like that's one of those things. But like obviously that's been around for a while, so we understand that now. But like,
Wow, you really are showing me that you are very young.
Exotic butters. Not just any butters, exotic butters.
Like from an octopus?
Maybe I'm not one to judge.
Not really, because we have the thing called a
Not really.
butterfly.
Butterflies are made of real butter and you can't convince me otherwise.
You know, this is crazy that we're still on the first movie? There's a movie about meat chips. There's like some sci-fi movie where like the ship is actually like a living spaceship. Weird. Very cool.
If we're still on the topic of... Oh, go ahead. If we're on the topic of movies that are so stupid that they're actually pretty good, it would have to be Spaceballs. It's a Star Wars parody.
Love Spaceballs.
Strawberry jam!
Ludicrous speed, go!
How many assholes we got on the ship anyway?
Here! I'm surrounded by assholes! Yes.
Yes.
Man, I can't believe he's still doing his thing.
Or he fights an alligator over a golf ball.
Happy Gilmore is my favorite Adam Sandler movie of all time. Yes, I've seen Zohan where he catches the fish in his butt cheeks.
Or Waterboy.
Yeah, Waterboy was pretty good. What Mama doesn't know won't hurt her.
My mama said.
Gatorade.
Good old fashioned H2O.
Yeah, that's the one where he gets the remote from Bed and Bath Beyond or something. We don't have that over here, so it's hard to remember.
Velasco? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but they say they don't like Star Wars. Brie Velasco? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that last part right.
So they just must like the Star War. He probably just likes the Star War, not the Star Wars.
Not on the internet, not on the internet.
That's a phrase. What does he say? Is that his phrase?
Just in this patronizing 12-year-old voice. And it's not just in any voice, it's the patronizing 12-year-old voice.
Ah, yes.
At least it's not yelling
To be
at you
fair,
in Spanish.
I don't relate.
They're in Australia, it's too hot for the Mexicans down there.
Yeah, they just sweat that fat right off. Oh my godfather! Oh man. Looking back, retroactively looking back at it, Woody was a real asshole.
He was.
He was a real piece of work. He was so mean. I know. I laughed my guts out when he's like, I can fly, and he's like, okay, Mr. Lightbeer, prove it. That was really, really funny. Light beer. Yeah, he actually says light beer. He's like, okay, Mr. Light Beer, prove it. Buzz Lightyear. Yeah.
Yes, they're referencing alcohol. an alcohol. It's an alcohol reference.
Yeah, that's why he's like, okay, Mr. Lightbeard.
But they couldn't afford
Dumb.
Bud Light beer.
So dumb. But it just made me laugh so much.
Wait, I thought we were gonna have those hidden gems in the rock. We've got like 7 minutes left till 9 o'clock, dude.
Well, can I slip a quick movie in? It's not current, but if you want to watch it, and I highly suggest you do, watch Hook with Dustin Hoffman and who plays Genie? It's on the tip of my tongue. Robin Williams and Dustin Hoffman in the movie Hook. It's like if Peter Pan was grown up. It's a wild movie, and anyway, it's like it was made for children, but there are so many like adult references and things that are like looking back on it retroactively. I was like, wow, I can't believe he actually said that. Great movie, worth looking into.
No. Too many to count.
I think I've watched at least 10 half. Where, hang on, is it at least one? I could approximately one. I've seen at least approximately one. I looked at a movie once.
Yeah, we can at least say that we've all at least watched one. That's the best movie of all.
Wow, I thought you were gonna go somewhere positive with that. You've watched your own life, and I guess that's not as good as a movie, so don't worry about it.
If you think about it,
you know your life sucks.
You know, if you truly think about it,
You heard it here first. If you don't like your life, watch a movie.
If you guys think about it, celebrating birthday is just celebrating another year closer to death.
I mean,
joke's on you, I'm immortal. I killed an immortal and stole his power. I can never die.
you can live in one. Maybe he's got like an inch of dirt just laying over his face, and he's just sitting there.
And you know, I'm running off this.
He's like just filled in
McDonald's
up to his like
Wi-Fi
top of his
too.
head. Yeah.
You know, that sweet, sweet McDonald's Wi-Fi from my leprechaun stump.
What are you doing with a stump?
McDonald's Wi-Fi. What else is at the end of a rainbow?
Pot of gold.
No, it's just a pot farm that you can use to make gold. Dude,
Man.
pot sells for like 3 gold bars a piece.
No, what he's been doing is he's been smoking the weed, and he's actually just been selling people lead, because it's the same weight as gold. Well, let's...
Dude,
Listen, you don't want any of that...
Can't change my...
Don't want that bull
made
butter.
of cheese, you can't change my mind. Gold.
Weed gold? What are you talking about? He's saying moon cheese, you're saying weed gold.
The moon is made of cheese and you can't change my mind. Cheese.
Rock.
It's gray cheese.
Yeller.
It's white, so it's cheddar cheese. It's white. Look.
He watched Wallace and Gromit once.
Look.
Yeah, it's like half
It's
times
white.
Jumbo Deluxe.
Look, it's white. A white man was the first one to step foot on it, so therefore it's made of cheddar cheese. I rest my case.
Definitely not.
Completely true.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, if you allow
anyone
it,
actually...
because, I mean, our conversations did sort of go off the rails this time. Especially you and your exotic butters.
But no, thank you for having me on this time. I appreciate the, opportunity.
I appreciate the opportunity too, even though the madman couldn't be here. He couldn't be here to support
Wait,
his own
he has
guest.
an evil voice? Is it like, yes, turn to the backside of the fort, or something like that? They call me Emperor Palpastink. That sounds like some kind of racist slur, is what you've just done there.
Oh, Vibez. Oh,
I said it. Oh yeah, check out my stuff on Spotify.
No self-promotion.
Sign us up on. Alright, everybody.
Do it.
Love your work. Stay safe. Check my stuff on Spotify, and remember,